Well, I had two tough losses. Well, one tough loss and one beatdown. I lost to Grixis Shadow, which just was able to get under the sneak attack plan and just crush me. And then in the other deck, or in the other matchup, I lost to Esper Wizards, like Esper Wizard Tribal, featuring Patron Wizard and Meddling Mage and Dark Confidant. It seemed like a super cool deck. They were able to get me game one. I think I had to mulligan to 4, which was unfortunate. But game 2 I got them, and then game 3, like I kept a little bit of a risky hand. I just needed to draw like a black mana, and I would have been in good shape. And I wasn't able to get it, so they, they were able to keep me off lands, which that's typically how you beat Nic Fit. So yeah, good on him. So we'll see how this next match goes. I'm hoping for something a little better. Goat Lust. All right. Well, I'll be on the play. And this sadly is a mulligan. Yeah. No colored mana that matters in any way. So, I don't have anything to do with Karakas. No use for white mana, so I'm going to mulligan that. This is better. I will keep this. And I'm going to bottom the second Veteran Explorer. I think I'd rather keep 2 Green Sun Zeniths. I can always get Veteran Explorer if I need it. So I'll bottom the second vet and keep it like that. Yeah. So my opponent kept 7. So I can get a Bayou with the Veteran Explorer, and that's risky. Or I could just play Grove of the Burnwillows. Or I could fetch a Forest. I think I'm just going to fetch Forest and play Veteran Explorer just to try to keep my mana base around as much as possible. And I guess we'll see if this resolves. But yeah, I can, if Veteran Explorer is able to go off, that puts me in a good position to sneak attack. Okay, Delver, that's fine. So this looks like Rug Delver, which is okay. So I'm gonna get the beats in and play the second Veteran Explorer actually, so that and that way it plays around days. I mean, there's no way they're blocking here. With sneak attack, the Green Sun Zenith represents Fierce Empath, which can get Emrakul. So that's all right. So main phase 2, so Grove, and then I'll play the second vet. All right. So if my opponent flips here, oh, they don't flip, so they can't even attack. So, okay, they can get Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yep. Pretty good. Okay, so that's sort of one of the reasons why Punishing Fire isn't that great. Okay here. So I'm gonna attack with one of the vets. And that, I assume they just let it through, but they have to attack with Dreadhorde Arcanist. Although they might be running Stifle. And I could Green Sun here for another Veteran Explorer, but I think I'd rather just hold it up. So wow, they didn't flip again, which I wonder if they're short on some sort of instants or sorceries. I mean, they're at 3 mana now, so this could be Oko. But if you Elk the Veteran Explorer, then I'm blocking the Dreadhorde. Okay. Okay. Punishing Fire is pretty interesting. So I have a couple options here. I can attack Oko with the Veteran Explorer, and if they don't block, I can Punishing Fire Oko. They probably have some sort of counter magic, but that that seems pretty good. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna attack Oko here. Yeah, no way they're blocking. And then I'm gonna just P-Fire it. Because, I mean, they gotta have days or something, which I'm sure they have, but yeah, okay, that's fine. But it forces out counter magic into Punishing Fire, which isn't really where anybody wants to be. And if they're going to make a bunch of 3/3s for me, that's, I might as well get something from it. Because if they don't elk this vet, I'm going to block. They still don't have any instants or sorceries in the graveyard for, I guess they could elk and then bolt. Okay. But no, they're going to make a food. Still, I can just attack with both Veteran Explorers. I guess that's an option. They have Hooting Mandrills. It's pretty good. That's a blocker. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here, I think I might go for another Veteran Explorer. Just really force the action on my opponent. I don't love this, but this forces them to do something. And I don't really see any point to getting in with the other Veteran Explorer, so I'm just going to hold back. And I'm holding up Punishing Fire here. So they can attack with the Insectile Aberration, that's okay. Let's see, they drew Brainstorm and then played it, so. Let's see what they got here. So they can attack with the Insectile Aberration, the Delver, but otherwise, if they attack with anything else, I'm blocking. So they'll elk another vet. So I assume they're just attacking here with the Insectile Aberration, which is fine. Okay. So I'm gonna help them gain life here and get back the Punishing Fire. All right, Grove number 2 is something. So here I'm gonna hit the Delver again. I could kill my own vet, but I don't think I want to do that quite yet. They're gonna Force of Will that. Okay. That's fine. Well, I'm gonna get it back anyway. I guess we'll just see what happens. So they'll probably elk the other Veteran Explorer here. But I still see no reason to attack. This just leaves me, a ton of elks, basically, but forces them to do that with Oko. All right, down to 1 card. Can't hardcast Force of Will, so that does give me an option to just attack with everything at Oko. Okay, so they're bolting one of the vets. That's okay, and then they can Dread Horde and bolt the second vet. So that gives them something to do. Yep. So here they're bolting another vet, and then and then the vet kills the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I guess that's okay. I'm still not in great shape here, but it's not the worst. All right. Field is something. Field is something. I don't think I want to leave that back. So I'm gonna, let's see here. I can hit the Insectile Aberration. I can Green Sun for another Veteran Explorer. It's an option. Or I can, let's see. No, I think I have to kill the Delver, because if I don't, actually they still probably have lethal anyway. Like they still might have lethal. Yeah, I'm just in trouble here. Yeah. So kill Delver. Because they can either trade the food for the elk and then attack me with these. Yeah. If they draw like a bolt, I'm dead. Or I can just Green Sun again for another vet. I think I might do that. I don't love this because it sort of got me out of my sneak attack plan, but I think this helps me survive. They can still trade like the food for the vet or something like that, but yeah, at least I have some solutions to some problems. Not my Oko problems. Haven't solved those. All right, elking the other vet. So this doesn't give them any great attacks. So they could have Lightning Bolt here, which would then trade with both Delvers or both vets. But otherwise, I'm just at 5, and I'm probably just dead. So I think I actually have to block here. And if they have Lightning Bolt, they have Lightning Bolt. Because otherwise, I think I just go to 5, and then I'm just in big trouble. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good trade for me. Do they have a second Mandrels? Yep. That's okay. Okay. So that's okay. So I don't have great options here. Yeah, I definitely have bad options here. That's about all I have. Well, I think this starts with Punishing Fire. And then I think I just pass here. Which isn't great. Yep, that's fine. So here's the question. Well, I guess it depends on what they do with Oko. But yeah, I'm in pretty big trouble. Okay. They're elking the food. All right, so I think here I'm gonna take out the Hooting Mandrels. No, you know what? I'm gonna block the food, and I'm gonna take out the Insectile Aberration. All right. And so they don't have mana for Force of Will. But yeah, just Oko's a problem. They just keep hitting me. I guess Meren is my play here. They can trade for Meren. Like, Meren's bad against Oko. I guess I have Karakas if that happens. So I don't have black mana. I can't even cast Meren. Well, I guess that means sneak attack. Yep. So, no. No. Okay. And Meren doesn't... I guess I can sneak attack Meren and then attack. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't do anything. I guess I could sneak attack Meren to block. That's something at least. Yep. Yep. Oh, you know what? I can't block this guy because he tramples. So I think I just take 4 here. Yeah, I'm probably just dead. Yeah, I'm probably just dead. Yeah, let's just get the Punishing Fire back. Okay, so Badland. But yeah, this just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't cut it. So I'm just dead. I can cast Meren, but it's not enough. Okay, Rug Delver gets there game 1. All right, that's unfortunate. So Red Blasts are good against Rug Delver. Carpets are good against Rug Delver. Veils are a maybe. I don't think I want any of the rest of this. I don't think I want Tireless Tracker. I don't want Collector Ouphe. I don't think there's a single like Green Sun target. I'll probably trim the Village Rites. I think on the play, Cabal Therapy is good. I like Sakura-Tribe Elder, Sylvan Library. I could trim the Sylvan actually, because you just can't get aggressive with life typically in this matchup. Maybe I'll trim that. Save something. Either the Green Sun or the Tireless Tracker. Probably the Tracker. I don't love Tireless Tracker in this matchup, but it's okay. Let's do this. This is vulnerable to Wasteland. Like, they can just force the carpet in Wasteland, but I think this is as good a hand as any. Actually, this, yeah, I guess if the carpet sticks, this is a great hand, but otherwise it's sort of risky. I'm going to keep it anyway. Just risk it. Okay. All right. So I already have duels, so I'll just play both duels. I don't want to play Assassin's Trophy into Days, but it's not the worst. What did they exile here? Submerge. Okay, that's good. That's typically a 1-out out of the board. Tarmogoyf. So here, I think I might untap and play Assassin's Trophy. And I might as well just play the Volrath Stronghold here. Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to play around Days. What I don't want to see here is Oko. I mean, I guess it's not the worst, but hitting Volrath Stronghold, alright. That's not something I'm that worried about. Winter Orb, alright. Alright. So I'm going to definitely play the Veteran Explorer here. That's one-sided ramp. Makes Tarmogoyf look a little silly. Alright. Sure. I'll untap the Taiga again. Okay, so I can... They have 2 cards in hand. I can play Eternal Witness to try to get the Assassin's Trophy, which seems okay. It plays right into Daze or Force. Hooting Mandrills can attack into Veteran Explorer. That'll give me 2 lands, which seems okay. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I'm going to just play the Eternal Witness and try to get back the Assassin's Trophy, which gives me sort of like multiple targets with that thing. Alright, well, I'm going to definitely get the Assassin's Trophy here. Card's good. And I'm done. Yep. Not attacking. Definitely on block duty, although Hooting Mandrills has trample, so still 2 cards for my opponent. So if they attack, I'm definitely blocking. Okay, so they did not. Well, I will untap the... I'm going to untap just the forest. Karakas is okay. I'm just going to pass. Alright, so I'm going to untap the swamp now. And I will Assassin's Trophy probably at the end of their turn. It's debatable. I should have Assassin's Trophy during their upkeep. I might actually do it now while they don't have lands. Actually, I can wait here because they have to crack the second fetch. I can do it in response to the second fetch. That's fine. Okay, well, I'm definitely blocking. So I definitely want a mountain, and I think I want a second forest. And here I'm going to trophy the Winter Orb. If they have counter magic, they have counter magic. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I have a few options here. I can hit the Dreadhorde Arcanist with 2 P-Fires, which is okay. I could hit the Hooting Mandrills with 2 P-Fires. Or I can play Meren and get back Veteran Explorer. Still have multiple basics in the deck. I think I like Meren here. I'm going to tap like this. So we'll just play Meren. while they don't have Force of Will without they don't have Force of Will without having without pitching. And I'm leaving Karakas up to protect Meren. So Meren can block Dreadhorde also, which is pretty good. Obviously, if he has double bolt, he's got double bolt. Okay, well, there's that. So here, he's got Brainstorm. Do I think I fear that more? Yeah, I think I'm gonna crack this, get a Badlands. He could have Daze, I guess. Do I want it? I mean, no, he would have pitched Daze, presumably. There's no way he keeps Daze over Delver, so he doesn't have Daze. So I think I'm just gonna hit Dreadhorde twice. And I'll get the beats in. So here, something like a Grove of the Burnwillows would be fantastic, because then I can get back both Punishing Fires and kill the Hooting Mandrills. That would be really good, but my opponent knows I'm in top deck mode. Must be nice. I would like to pay for it. And I will pay for the other one too. And so here I think what I'm going to do is set an upkeep stop on my opponent, and I'll double P fire during my opponent's upkeep. And like, you know, if they have things, they have things. So my opponent's looking for an answer here. Guessing they got it. All right. That's pretty good. It's upkeep, so my opponent's probably going to do something here. Play Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's pretty big. That's a pretty good answer to Tarmogoyf. And I'm going to do this now because I don't want my opponent to be able to do anything. I don't want my opponent to draw Surgical, because I'm sort of guessing they did board it in. I'm going to stop my upkeep stop. Yeah, so at this point, you know, a lot of things aren't very good draws for my opponent, but Oko is still a very good draw. For me, something like Green Sun Zenith would be great. Sylvan is okay for them, but like I can hit them pretty hard here. So I'm going to actually go straight after their life total. You know, put them into a precarious life total position. That's how I think I win this game. And that's okay. I like that. All right. Okay, so on to game 3 against Rug Delver. So I'll be on the draw this time, which is definitely worse. Makes Cabal Therapy maybe a little worse. Maybe makes the top end of the combo a little worse. I don't hate it. Still gives you just outs, you know. But you can run into those awkward hands where you have like a sneak attack that you can't play. But I think I'm going to keep it. I think just Punishing Fire gives you enough to try to last. The fact that they have both Winter Orb and Sylvan Library makes me consider Reclamation Sage. I think I prefer that over Tireless Tracker. I think Reclamation Sage just is better. Like Tireless Tracker, like yes, it closes out the game as a Green Sun for 3 target, but I don't think I'm short on things that close out the game. So I think that's good. Let's do this. Hope that I can get there with Punishing Fire. All right. Oh, this is not the hand that I want. Yeah, I mean, there's just a couple dead cards in here. Well, at least one sneak attack is dead. You know, if maybe these two were lands, this would be a good hand, but I think I'm going to mulligan this. My opponent kept 7. Ugh. This is really bad too. Do I gamble and keep it? I really need to draw land in my first 2 draws with this hand. Or I can mulligan to 5 against Delver on the draw. I think I have to gamble and keep this hand. Maybe throw back the sneak attack. I don't like this. This is trouble. But yeah, we'll do that. At least it's a basic. But yeah, I mean, a daze against Veteran Explorer and like I'm down to no plays. What I really need is like the top 1 to 2 cards in my library to be lands. Well, that's got halfway there. So I fully don't expect this to resolve. Oh wow, alright. So my chances of winning this game rose drastically there. I don't think they're great, but I at least have chances of winning. And I'm just gonna block Tarmogoyf. Like I don't care. That's a great draw. I'll play a second vet. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to sit back. So they could go Oko here. Oko's pretty good. But what do you do with Oko? Like if you elk the vet. So here's a question. Do I want to block with both Veteran Explorers? I think yes. Like why not? Can't have 2 stifles. I guess he could have 2 stifles, but you know. I want to get 4 basics. So I think I definitely want like a mountain and a swamp with 1. And then I think with the other one, I'll get a forest and like, I don't know, get a forest and maybe another swamp. Yeah, I can always fetch a duel with the Verdant. And I still have 1 red, which is good. Okay, and I don't think, like if I had a Punishing Fire, I would absolutely Punishing Fire here. I don't think I need to. And I don't think I need to use Abrupt Decay. I can just hold back. Okay, so I could Green Sun here for 6, but I think that's just asking for trouble. So I might Green Sun here for 4. I'm gonna get a Badland and I'll get a Taiga with the other one, and just gonna Green Sun for 4. That gets me another Veteran Explorer, which can just ramp. So here, you know, I'm playing into Force of Will, but I'm dodging Spell Pierce, I'm dodging Daze. Yeah, I just assumed that they had that, so. And I'm not super worried about Tarmogoyf. Like, I have Abrupt Decay for Tarmogoyf. I think I'm going to use one here, though. Let's see what my opponent has. Could have a Dreadhorde. Could have a land and an Oko. Could have another Tarmogoyf. Oh, wow. Wow. How did they know? Surprised they didn't save it for the Punishing Fire. So now they know I have Red Blast in hand. Okay. So I'm gonna still, you know what? I'm gonna untap the mountain here in case they have Oko, and I'll pass. I mean, nonetheless, I still have, yeah, Winter Orb hits a lot of my mana, but I still just have a lot of lands. Like, yeah, I'll untap the swamp. So here's a question: do I want to just play into it? And I think the answer is no. I don't think I want to quite play into it yet. With the Red Blast and the Sneak Attack, I can untap one more time, and then, like, sort of wish I had a basic though. Because I don't have a red dual to fetch with Verdant now, which is arguably a mistake. I'm gonna untap Swamp. Okay, there we go. Surprised my opponent let that go. I'm gonna still just jam Sneak Attack here. Okay. Like, did they purposefully waste that? Okay. Yep. Okay. That's pretty good. There wasn't a lot I could do there because I didn't have a red dual to fetch out. But here I'm gonna get a Bayou and just now I'm on the beatdown plan. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna untap a forest. So here's a question. Do I I mean, they could just have Lightning Bolt. I think that that's just bad. So I think I just start attacking. Let them ponder. Because, I mean, if they can have Bolt, Flashback Bolt, yeah. Oh, they're going after my life total. Okay. That's unexpected. So here's a question. I don't think I Red Blast Ponder here. Chain Lightning on me. Oh, they're just going right after my life total. And no, I don't have an out to this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to untap a red land here in case I draw something else, like something that, like a land to work with sneak attack or. Okay. Okay. So here's I guess I have some options here. I have some options here. So I have blockers for Dreadhorde with the Verdant, but if they have Bolt, like I'm dead. So I'm going to play the Verdant. So I think here I crack the Verdant. I just get a forest. Like 2 life versus 3 life, I don't think matters. Like if they have Bolt, I'm dead. And here I'm just going to sneak attack. Okay. I think this is game. Oh, my opponent GG's. Yeah, this was a good game. It was very close. Very close at the end. If they have a Bolt, you know, I don't survive this turn. So, yeah. Well, that's good. Always good to get a second win. So I'm playing for the 3-2, I guess, after this. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'll play for the 3-2. All right.